Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ames Tonight. As always, I'm your host, Jim Heinrichs, and with me at the desk
is Ben Olson.
Ben Olson from basically all the other shows. He's decided to dip his toes into the world of Ames Tonight and see how he does with it.
This is essentially one of those Disney crossover shows on the Disney Channel when we were kids, except for it's Newswatch and Ames Tonight.
Right. So
you get to see both your favorite stars on the screen at the same time.
Hannah Montana and Zach and Cody and Raven's somewhere in there too. But yeah, or Phineas and Ferb meet the Avengers. There's a lot of those.
That was a good one.
Oh man, so many good ones. But anyway, Ben, this week is a very special week, as I'm sure you know. People are, first of all, getting pretty festive, getting in the Halloween spirit. But also, it kind of hits close to home because this week is homecoming week at Iowa State University. Now tell me, Ben, have you been able to partake in any fun things throughout the week?
No.
Same. That's interesting. Wow. I mean, what do they got? They've got the food on campus.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I haven't ate any of that.
You have not. Did you buy a button?
No, I did not.
Man, we are not prepared for this homecoming week at all.
We are feeling the spirit this week.
Yeah, we are. Woo!
I did notice that there's a lot of paint on the sidewalks from
On the sidewalks, yes.
Greek life people who painted themselves.
Yes. Yell Like Hell, big tradition here. I got to go see the first cuts or whatever when they weren't painted. So it was just a ton of people yelling on a stage. Still pretty cool, but it also scares me every single time, and the paint kind of scares me even more. They just...
Yeah, it doesn't help.
It freaks me out. Some people have fear of mascots and stuff, which is fair because they're giant animals, but the painted people get me. It's too much. But I mean, we have the big homecoming game this weekend. What do you think of that? Are we gonna blow them out of the water or off the field at least?
Blow them off the field for sure.
Off the field, okay, not out of the water.
Should be good weather.
Good weather.
Good game.
Good game.
A lot of fun, a lot of fans.
Yeah.
It's an 11 a.m. game, which, they should get rid of those, but...
What time would you be more...
Oh, gosh, I'm more of a, wake up from your nap at 4 and go to the game at 5 type person.
Ah, all right.
5 or 6.
I understand that, yeah. I'm more of a evening person myself, so anything that you have to wake up during the AM hours, I'm not really a big fan of, but yeah. So anyway, with Halloween just around the corner, we kind of decided to look at a couple costumes that you might not want to go for this year and just tell you a couple reasons why. So Ben, you have not seen any of these pictures. I have, because I script my stuff and I just told you to do this because people didn't show up to things. But anyway, do you want to do the first one?
I would be honored.
Nice. All right, so let's see that first picture.
What do we got? For Halloween, I would suggest not being Bert and Ernie mixed with Freddy Krueger. Clearly, these two put a lot of thought into their costume, and I respect the homemade aspect, but Bert and Ernie are two fellas that should not be mixed with horror movies.
Nice. Good stuff. Good
Thanks.
stuff. I mean, it is Halloween, so it's got to be a little spooky, but not that terrifying. Oh, all right. Well, let's see what... Oh, my goodness. All right, so for people who can't really tell what's going on here, this is a ceiling fan. You get it? Ceiling
fan.
Go ceiling.
Wow, I honestly was not getting that until...
No, not at all. Oh, man. Yeah, it's... I mean, I'll be honest. I appreciate a good pun every once in a while, but I did say good pun, and that one's just not... It's not doing it for me. I mean, the concept's there, but it could use some work. And yeah, I'm not feeling it. But like, if you can put a good pun into a costume, do it. Just not this pun.
See, if that was a dad, I could see that one being pulled off a little better, because it's just like the classic dad joke.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was someone's mother was just really tossing me.
Was it someone's mother?
I could have been. I'm just assuming she's probably like 38, mother of 3.
Oh wow. I guess I can't really tell, but
newly divorced.
Wow, you know a lot about her.
Yeah.
Have you met?
No, I can just sense.
Wow.
Whatever that's called.
That's
Telepathic.
amazing. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. With pictures?
Speaking of which, I know the next Halloween costume that's coming up.
All right, well, let's see.
It's going to be the Avengers white trash. See, these costumes are actually from a movie that they like toyed with and then they just never brought it out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This one was actually called Age of White Trash.
Oh, yeah.
But this one has all the aspects of, I mean, they almost pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the Hulk is shorter than Captain America and Thor.
Of course, that is a problem.
And honestly, that's pretty much the only thing wrong with this costume.
Yeah, it's not accurate. Not accurate enough.
So
in terms of height differences.
I respect once again, the DIY aspect of these costumes.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love the grind, but this one just didn't quite hit home for me.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, well, for the next one, let's see what we got. Oh, all right. So this one's kind of a hot topic, actually. This is the sexy Handmaid's Tale costume, which is very controversial considering that this is a show about more or less sex slaves. So going for a sexy outfit for Halloween based on the show is kind of just in bad taste overall. And like, I know a lot of things get made into sexy Halloween costumes, but you gotta draw the line somewhere. And this was in the news from several sites. This one is just not okay on any level. So please, if you're going out to any store, avoid stores that have this at all in their aisles whatsoever. It's just not. It's not good.
It's good that the line's finally been drawn, though, because
yes.
I think we were all starting to wonder how far sexy costumes would be taken on Halloween.
That's true. I was a little bit terrified by Sexy Satan, and then they just kept going, and yeah, it's gotten to the point where we've had enough.
Speaking of sexy, next up we have.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, yes. That is sexy in a picture, folks. Because let's be honest, as two 20, 21-year-old males sitting up here, nothing is sexier than an Xbox.
That's right.
And once again, the DIY aspect of this costume really just hits it home. But unfortunately, I'm more of a PS3 guy myself, and that's why you should not wear this costume for Halloween. And I know that the PS3 has been out for like 6, probably more years now.
There's a PS4 now.
Yeah,
right?
But what can I say? I like the simple things in life.
That's fair. I have a PS2. That's the only. I think that's as far as I got, but.
I have a GameCube.
Ooh, nice.
Honestly.
A little retro. But yeah, so I guess the only thing wrong with that was that it was an Xbox.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing wrong with these costumes.
That's fair. All right, so I guess for the last one, let's see what it is. Well,
The irony.
All right, So I already discussed a little bit earlier why I don't like this at all. There's that whole mascot fear that people have, and then there's Yell Like Hell, which is just terrifying in any regard. And I do get it. This is a homecoming tradition. But it just terrifies me, and I don't like it. You can yell like hell without having paint all over your body, but when you're going out there in like 20-degree weather and just yelling at the top of your lungs, stomping all over the place, and doing whatever this thing is,
I feel like
it's creepy.
The best part about Yell Like Hell is like the list of things that people hate. Like top 3 is like 1, people yelling at you. 2, that guy in body paint next to you at the game, and then 3, like spirit hands. And for homecoming, they were like,
all 3.
Why not do all 3 of them?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird tradition. I'm not really sure how it started, but I guess I'd be interested to see eventually. Do some research, figure it out.
Any tradition is good, I guess.
We'll go with that.
It's a new. I just coined that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's a new.
Coined that term.
That's a new quote. If anybody puts that in any paper or anything, he's the source. All right. Well, that's Ben. Ben, it's great having you here on Ames Tonight. But I think we're gonna have to go into a little break. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more. You're watching Ames Tonight.
Welcome back. Are you okay, bud?
No. Why did she leave me? For a raccoon!
Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Well, I think the best way to get through a breakup is to just throw yourself into work, so...
You mean just unhealthily cope by just overcompensating for work, creating my stress-filled life with even more unnecessary stress that will lead me to more health problems later down the road that will probably result in my early death from cardiac arrest?
Pretty much, yeah. Why do today what you can do tomorrow?
You make an excellent point. All right, let's get straight into the news. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ames Tonight. I'm Ryan Pat-T.
I'm Quinn Sturm.
And here are your news stories for tonight. There are certain individuals whose IQ happens to be so low they cannot identify as regular humans. We refer to these lesser IQ individuals as complete idiots. It just so happened that a gang of these so-called idiots tried to rob an e-cigarette store in Belgium for those sweet nicotine juices. The owner, thinking fast, said to come back later to rob him when he had more money they could take. The owners, and to the police's surprise, they did. They came back not once, not twice, but 3 times. Each time the man kept telling them to come back later until finally undercover cops arrived and they were able to arrest them. It was later determined that the gang of idiots was not actually a gang of idiots, but rather a herd of brain-dead morons. I understand maybe one criminal thinking to go back to the store, but the whole gang of robbers as well? Not to mention one person didn't say, this is the 3rd time he sent us away. I think something might be up. Well, I do not condone robberies. If you do decide to go down the path of living in a jail cell with Tossed Salad Man and Prison Mike, just rob the guy and take what you can get.
We all love true crime and cop shows. My personal favorite is The Rookie, starring Nathan Fillion. The Rookie, starring Nathan Fillion, follows the adventures of John Nolan, a 40-year-old man who has become the LAPD's oldest rookie. Tune in to The Rookie, Tuesdays at 10/9 Central, only on ABC. Now, some of us like true crime so much where we might set out to solve our own mysteries or closely follow police stories. One thing I have never thought of was directly getting involved, but that didn't stop this Florida barber. After being apprehended in an undercover sting operation, 34-year-old James Bowen claims to have only shown up because he believed it was an undercover sting and thought it would be cool to witness. You know, he kind of sounds like a kid after losing an argument. Hey, Timmy, Hey, Timmy, you can't have my juice box because I am diabetic. Well, obviously I knew that. I just wanted to test you to make sure you remembered.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit, these gender reveal parties are getting out of control. From having balloons drop to having your daughter wear a certain colored bow and even driving a car through a convenience store, it's starting to get dumb. Honestly, it's not even interesting anymore. Every time you have a 50-50 shot of getting a boy or girl. However, I will admit that this one tops them all. Wanting to make his soon-to-be-born baby's gender reveal a memorable one, Dennis Dickey shot a highly explosive package called Tannerite, causing 45,000 acres of national forest to be set on fire. Luckily for Dickey, the fire was eventually contained, and now he only has to pay $220,000 in damages for his actions. Also, imagine the hilarious story you can tell your future son and daughter. Remember that time we wanted to let everyone know if you were a boy or a girl? Instead of just telling people up front, we accidentally set the we accidentally set the forest on fire? Yeah, good times. Yeah. It's all because of Shannon. I'm telling you, I'm not in the right mind space.
You're doing good.
Okay, thank you.
You're doing good.
You're a real friend.
Pranks used to be fun and harmless. Back in the day, you could fill a brown paper bag with shaving cream, put it under someone's door, and stomp on it to disperse the shaving cream all over their dorm. Or, you would fill your trash can with water, tilt it against the door, and knock. But the best of all time was pennying doors. Pennying is where someone pulls the door into the hinges, someone else places pennies into the frame until the door is jammed. I feel like it goes without saying, but pennying is a team activity. Speaking of teams, watch The Rookie this Tuesday to see how Fillian's co-stars are adjusting to their new teammate, only on ABC. Pranks these days have just gotten cruel. A Davis high schooler baked cookies for her classmates. What kind? Well, none other than her grandfather's famous sugar cookies. Now you may be asking, Quinn, why was that a prank? Well, it's because her grandfather was the sugar cookies. That's right, this teenager baked her grandpa's ashes into sugar cookies and ate them with her friends. And her friends were also aware that there was cremated octogenarian in the cookies, and yet willingly ate them. Now, my question is, when students would willingly turn to civilized cannibalism, how bad is the school pizza?
Just gonna keep talking about The Rookie in every story, all right. It was almost 2 weeks ago when a then-defeated West Virginia team made the mistake of thinking they could beat Iowa State in Ames. Iowa State ended up beating West Virginia in such a brutal fashion, it made Heisman candidate Will Grier look like a D3 walk-on. Understandably, Iowa State fans rushed the field after their 30-10 win to celebrate this amazing upset. Cyclone fans had something to cherish about for about 2 days, until the Big 12 announced it would be fining Iowa State $25,000. Why? Because, despite no one getting injured and no one complaining, Iowa State supposedly didn't have a plan when students stormed the field. Luckily, Iowa State could appeal the fine. Who would they appeal to, you may ask? Well, it's none other than the Big 12, you know, the conference which was fining Iowa State in the first place. Some believe this was done because fans blocked off West Virginia from leaving the field. However, the more logical approach is that the Big 12 is ticked we knocked off the one team that had a shot of going to the playoffs. So, sorry you had too much fun, Iowa State. Now you get to have an even bigger tuition increase. However, I will not stand for this. I now declare that the Big 12 will be fined $25,000 on the grounds that I want to. The Big 12 may appeal this fine. However, like they did with Iowa State, it will be denied.
Fine the 12.
Fine the 12. Fine the 12. Fine the 12.
Okay. I think this is my last one.
All right.
Got it. A Russian woman is claiming that she has only had one good day in her life. Now, if this was a 50-year-old, I would be shocked. If this was an 80-year-old, I would be very surprised. But do you know how old they were? 129. This Russian woman is claiming to be the oldest in the world, and apparently the most unhappy. Now, I did the math, and this lady has lived through over 47,117 days, meaning that only 0.0021% of those days have been enjoyable. Now, I'm sure all of you are on the edge of your seat waiting for me to tell you about her happiest day. I can definitively say that the best day of her life was October 16th, 2018. Why? Well, that was the premiere of ABC's hit new cop drama, The Rookie, starring Nathan Fillion. The captain doesn't like Fillion because he represents a midlife crisis. Can they resolve their differences and work together by the season finale? Tune in to The Rookie, Tuesdays at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Tired of seeing The Rookie. It was Shannon's favorite show.
Anyway, finally, despite Jim's constant pleas and demands against doing such, it's time for our update on the Great Raccoon War. Let's see how our boys and fair soldiers are doing on the battlefield. All seems quiet on the front, as a tense but fair ceasefire has kept both parties involved at bay. However, some are quite skeptical of the trash bandits' words, as a spy was found in Far Hills, New Jersey. This particular individual appeared to be infected with rabies, a biological agent that can harm both raccoons and humans alike. As this is a clear violation of human rights, the United Nations is considering getting involved, but will most likely just put sanctions on Russia like they always do. The rubbish rats claim innocence and state that this particular individual happened to act alone, despite the fact that the little cretin had a strain only available to the United Federation of Trash Mammals Military Division. As it looks like peace talks have failed, many must return to the line of battle. Keep your garbage cans locked and report anyone foaming at the mouth so they can be executed. Did I say executed? I meant relocated onto a happy farm where they can live their rabies-infested lives in peace far away from society. Well, I think that concludes everything.
Yeah?
So you're a fan of The Rookie then, I take it?
I do like it, yes.
Yes, all right.
Actually, I kind of want to go rewatch the pilot again.
Is it really that good?
It's not for everyone.
I mean, the dude's almost 50. Like, I get the...
He's,
I just don't see it lasting more than a season. Well, then again,
No.
me and Shannon's relationship didn't even last 10 years. So,
Hey, that's okay.
yeah, it's okay.
I can't believe the raccoons made it personal now,
Yeah,
too.
no, yeah. It just means fuel onto the fire and just invest more into this war. We'll win. And I'll
We'll
get
get 'em.
Shannon back, and I'll be able to see my kids. Next, we're up with the C block with, I think it's James again? right?
Probably.
James again with the C block and some very special guests. You're watching Ames Tonight.
Thank you.
Now, no, it is homecoming week. We mentioned that earlier. And what better way to celebrate than by asking some new Cyclones a little bit about Iowa State University. So would you like to introduce yourselves to the audience real quick?
Are we just doing like the icebreaker thing? Like we say our major and stuff?
Yeah, totally.
All right. You want to start?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Sweet.
I'm Gracie Matea. Well, I'm a freshman, obviously. My major is advertising.
Awesome.
My major is advertising, and yeah.
I'm Leah Gepke. I am from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. I'm also a freshman, and my major is journalism.
Hey, that's my major.
Hey, look at that.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, so I guess we'll get rolling with it real quick. Oh, just a second.
We're having a few technical difficulties.
We've got some technical difficulties. We're just going to fix those real quick. Enjoy this rendition of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
Sorry, it's because I'm a freshman. Hey, y'all.
Never mind.
We're good.
We're ready.
Freshie probs.
All right, we're back. First of all, there's two swans that hang out
Yes.
around Lake Laverne. So we'll start off with an easy one. What are the swans' names? Is it A, Batman and Robin, B, Laverne and Shirley, C, Ross and Rachel, or D, Lancelot and Elaine?
God. I think it's B.
B?
Yeah.
Solid final answer.
Yeah.
B.
Laverne and
B.
Shirley?
Yep.
That's got to
That-
be right.
That is incorrect.
What? What is it?
Lancelot and Elaine.
Oh, you were laughing so much. I thought you were making that. That's okay. All right. Okay. Next
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Next.
Now this one, you might actually get right because you might not know the answer already. Interesting. The Hub used to be a train station, believe it or not. The Hub, the building by the library, it used to take a train that went from ISU to the city of Ames because those used to be separate places. Now, what was the name of the train that took students to and from ISU? Was it A, the Dinky, B, the Sci-Rail, C, the Rail Express, or D, the Short Line?
have to say D.
I think C.
D and C. You two really don't know a lot about Iowa State, do you?
Well, apparently not.
The answer was A, the Dinky.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
So-
like
That's like
Dinky
the
Town
most
from
unrealistic one.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually the Dinky.
Okay.
It's ripping off Minnesota's Dinky Town, U of M.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Go Ghosts. Yeah,
Go
Minnesota.
Cyclones.
Go Cyclone.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
That's, you know what, I'm giving you a point for that. All right. Next question. This one's a little bit of a toughie. How much did the Campanile cost to build way back when it was actually built in the 1890s? And I did not write multiple guesses, so I just want you to give your best estimate as to how much it cost back then.
$55.
$55, locking in.
Yep.
All right.
$2,000.
2,000?
Yep. Final answer.
Final answer. I did not expect you two to both underestimate, but no, the answer was actually $6,510.28.
You were closer.
Yeah, you were. So I guess we'll give you that one. Why
Yay!
not?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You each have 1 point, kind of.
Okay.
Neat. Awesome.
Neat.
All right. So next, there used to be 4 towers south of campus. Currently, only 2 of them remain, those being Wallace and Wilson, the residence halls. I'm sure you've heard of them at least a little bit. What were the names of the other 2 towers? Were they A, Washington and Warren, B, Stump and Wentz, C, Storms and Knapp, or D, Castle and Tombs?
I'm gonna have to go with C.
I'm going to go with C too.
Both of you are saying C.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you've gotten one correct. Like, actually correct. Yes, Storms and Knapp
Yes.
were
Yay.
the 2 original or other original towers that were demolished in 2005. Now we have Storms Dining Center as kind of a commemorative thing for both of those towers. But yeah, nice.
Thank
Good
you.
work, good
Thank
work.
That was
so
good
much.
teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
We nailed
go.
that.
Go
See?
Freshies.
I told
Let's
you.
go.
Yeah.
Teamwork is what you need during
Yeah,
this game.
you're right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Now, the next one is a little interesting, a little long-winded, but as you know, students at the MU tend to avoid walking on the Zodiac. Now, my question for you is, why is that, besides not wanting to fail their tests?
That was going to be my answer.
Uh-huh.
Dang.
Yes. So is it
Not
A,
you at all.
the architects didn't want them to wear out the metal, so they specifically requested that students walk around the Zodiac? B, the architects raised part of it so that it would wear down as people walked on it, and so basically the students took that as a challenge and didn't walk on it at all so that it would never wear down. C, the architects roped off the area while it was being created, and students just kept walking around it because they were used to doing that. Or D, the school gets fined $25,000 every time someone steps on it.
I think it's B or C. I
think
want 2 answers.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
C. When you know what I say this on exams, when in doubt, the answer is C.
All right. Are you
Somebody
sticking
C.
with?
B and C. Yes.
I'm gonna have you choose one there.
Okay, what'd you choose?
C.
B. No, I mean.
Congratulations.
Oh, yay!
Oh, wait.
Yes,
Were you
I
sa-
meant B.
Of course you did.
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is not always the best policy when taking
Yeah,
exams.
you might want to start choosing B.
Yes. So actually, students basically took it as a
Okay.
challenge and did not want to walk on it because they wanted the metal to stay raised above the floor. It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
a good time. Next question. Which of these was not invented at Iowa State? Was not invented.
Oh,
We're
I
going to
think
put
I
the
know this
not
one.
in like bold, capital letters and everything. Was it A, the first computer, B, the first Rice Krispie treat, C, the first low saturated fat soybean oil, or D, the first 3D printer?
D. The first
Same.
3D printer is not.
D.
All right, final answers?
Yes.
Solid. Nice. You got
Yeah.
it. I thought putting the low saturated fat
Yeah.
soybean oil would be
Or farm
a kick.
school.
Well, yeah, that's
Sort
true.
of.
That's true.
It
Well,
probably like would have gotten me,
Agriculture.
but I saw the answer, so just for the last one. Just for the last one, or else I would have got them all right.
I'm giving Leah the point on that
Yay!
one.
I was
So I think
honest.
it's all tied up.
Okay.
Cheating. That academic dishonesty. That's correct, Lisa.
Yeah, but then I
Greenwood.
came back and I was honest about it.
That's true. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
But that will not get you out of a lawsuit.
Well, okay.
And so my final question for you, it's open-ended.
Okay.
What is Visha? And how do you spell it?
This is not a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Everything is a spelling bee on Ames Tonight.
V-E-I.
Look. Okay.
S-H-A.
Visha. I don't know what it means.
Incorrect.
Well,
The correct spelling, unfortunately, Courtney Dust does not know this, is V-E-I-S-H-E-A.
oh.
So, but do either of you know what Visha is? You can try to. I am incredibly sure that's right, Courtney.
No, I believe you.
Thank you. Thank you. So what is Visha? Do either of you know?
Since it's open-ended, can we have a hint?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Then.
We just okay.
So I failed you.
Visha. Is that like the nick? No, I'm not gonna say it.
Go for it.
Is that the nickname of the albino squirrel?
That is not correct.
It was a good guess.
Do you have anything?
I do not.
All right. Well, that's all the time we
Are you
have
gonna tell us
for
what it
Iowa
is?
State trivia. We'll see you next week on Ames
I wanna
Tonight.
know.
Tell us.
Have a great night, Ames.